and show you how I grow my string of things. We'll first start with a string of pearls, ever popular. Yes, this is just a little plastic container. Now, for you, I would recommend poking some holes in the bottom for drainage, but for me, it's just, I've been here a while, so sometimes know what I'm doing. But yeah, so I start off with a small container, a string of pearls, and then when it outgrows that container by trailing, they're really like ground cover. So if you allow them to grow on the dirt, they will grow and fill in. So I had a container and it filled all in, and I took that container out, plopped it in the middle, put soil all around it, and put the strands out onto the soil. I'm going to try and show you here. These are quite rooted in. They're hard to pull on. And when I do pull them out, let's see if we can show you any roots on here. They're so tiny. Whoop, there's some rooted in down over here. I don't know if you can see that, but like I said, they're really more of a ground cover. So if you give them more room to climb on the ground, they're going to be much more robust and much happier because they're going to be able to root in. And then that's also how I propagate them as well. When the little strands have rooted in, I just pluck those suckers out and put them in a pot. Now these are my string of turtles, and this is about the time where I would transplant this out of this little thing and into one of my bigger containers like the string of pearls was in. But yeah, they're all nicely rooted in here. So what I started with originally was just like a smaller version here, and it has gotten very robust. I do keep these under a grow light, but my grow light is probably about this far away. You don't want them to be too close to things that won't bright and direct light, because that can be too much light for them. So try it out if you haven't had much luck with string of things. Try letting them grow around in the soil instead of vining down, because that might help you out a lot. I also will often keep them, and don't mind how dirty this is, these little things here, they're easier to grow in there in my opinion. But like I said, if you're doing something with your vines and string of things and it's going well for you, keep going with that.